Happy Monday, everyone. I know. Is this even real? I know I haven't really been on the live feeds a whole lot here lately. or on the social media on the OGR page a whole lot here lately. Consistency been an issue, but that's just because I've been busy doing a lot of other stuff, man. And I'm not gonna make a big deal about it or whatever, but it's hard to want to be on social media right now, especially for anything to do with racing, because there's just so much negativity and complaining. It just sucks all the fun out of it. So I just kind of opt out. And I miss it. I miss you guys, but on the other end of it, it's hard to, like I say, it's hard to get motivated. Plus the last week, water tank issues, freaking washing machine issues, appliance issues, plumbing issues, just whatever. And I was going to go live on Tuesday, but then I saw the table move from Wednesday to Tuesday last week. So I figure, why argue with life, man? It just wasn't meant to be, but here we are today. What's up, Rob? Michael, how you doing? Mark, what's up, Hard Tire Killer? How are you doing? JD, John, how you doing? James, what's up? So we just, it's kind of been a tough, weird season, man. I think the economy got a lot of people stressed out, and I think that bleeds over into social media and into racing, and it can be a little exhausting. And I gotta, what's up, brother? How you doing? Trying to, man. I think I found a way. So a lot of people agree. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but trying to help make it fun again. Like I said, I think part of it's the economy. I get it. It's election year. Everybody's always a little grumpy on election years, also. But then I got, something I don't really speak about is I got some community work I've been doing, just quietly and silently. It's not really for social media. It's for the community. It's for my local community. And so I don't post any of that stuff, but or talk about it really. I've only said something to maybe 2 or 3 people. But, hey, listen, I go do that community work, and it's all positive and good, and there's no drama, no BS. It's just easier to gravitate towards that right now, too. So that's another reason why I haven't really been on the racing social media a whole lot here lately, too. But I'm going to get back on it, man, because I'm not going to let the negativity win. I think the community deserves more than that. And I think we all deserve more than that from ourselves and to give to each other, We all got to overcome all this negative crap and just start having fun again. Racing has not been as fun this year as it has in the past. Thank you. Try, man. I try, What's up, brother? How you doing? Well, maybe that's why I ain't talking about it. Maybe they don't know. I missed one. Which one are you talking about? I will be at Milan this weekend. I'm flagging, so I'll be at Milan. I know KD's. I'm salty that I got to miss that, but I'm flagging at Milan. It just sucks. The overlap sucks, but it is what it is. Brother, I wish everybody wants to damn gimme race anymore. Nobody even wants to be remotely close to fair. And if you can get a remotely close to fair race, they want to race for $20 or $50. They don't even want to race you for gas money to get to the race. You know what I mean? Same here. I've been poking at mine a little bit, but not enough. What's up, brother? How you doing? Hopefully y'all don't got heat down there and heat and humidity like we do. Whew. I got a little overheated today, man, in the old factory there. I'm sure that brown truck got you nice and toasty. But yeah, I'll be at Milan Saturday, so unfortunately I won't be able to make KD. PYOP Saturday, all the stuff's same as always, with the exception of free entry on small tire with $2,500 payout race. So that's cool. Speaking of, a slow economy and people being strapped for cash, I think that's an amazing way for Mike to give back to everybody. In small tire, I know he posted something about a separate buy-in pot, so he didn't put any details on that, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him. But I'm sure that'll probably be something like everybody who buys in, if one of them win, then they get money or something. But either way, it's going to be a great time. I know both races are going to be great. KD is KD. I mean, it's a crazy atmosphere. And there's always good racing down there. So that'll be a good race. Milan's always a great time too. So that's where I'll be sorry. If I'm there Monday, I'm late. But that's where I'll be Saturday. Like I said last time, I'm going to switch up to more conventional flagging style. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. And I listen. I told all of you, if you talk to me and tell me what's up, what you need, your thoughts and ideas. So, this time around, I'm going to switch up to a little more conventional flagging style. Pretty much same stuff everybody else does, and that way it's easier for racers to communicate. And hopefully that makes things a little less stressful for some people. I think most people have adapted, but some still having some issues. And rather than fight an uphill battle of trying to change things, I'll just go with the flow, and I will humbly submit to your requests, because it's not about, like I stated in the beginning, this isn't about me. This isn't something I sought out to do. This isn't, anything other than me being a service to all of you. So I will listen to what you have to say, take your feedback seriously, and adjust accordingly. Yeah, well, ironically, they're both the same hour. There's both 3 hours for me. Travel time, I'm smack dead in the center of both of them. What's up, Marty? How you doing? Engaged, going to be a good time. We're going to have some fun. I know, I see him slave. I saw this post slaving away. Hopefully he gets all that stuff together and gets it done. Like see that killer out all the time. No, brother. Lots of electrolytes, lots of water. That's I was having some trouble in the gym today because I got overheated. And I just thank God I hate it, but it's a deload week, which means I'm working out at half my same reps, same sets, but half my weight to let my body recover, which is annoying and frustrating. But to be honest, it was hot in the gym and I was overheating, and I was grateful at the end of it. Oh boy. Listen, your guys' track record's pretty even this year on wins, though. I mean, so I think that's probably about as fair as it could get. You know what I mean? I think it's about as fair as options as it can get. So let me pull this up and share it real quick while we're at it, just so everybody has it. I know on the table they'll give you all the details for KD. So honestly, that's Happy and Limpy's event. Happy and Limpy are on the table. So I haven't researched that much because they're going to tell you any and everything you need to know. So tune in. Typically Wednesday, but last week it was Tuesday. So, whatever day they do it this week, tune into those guys and get all the information. So for PYOP, there's all the information to the Facebook page. Adam, what's up, brother? So let me put the screen up for you guys real quick. So Saturday, back at it. Free entries for small tire. Same rules. Main flyer dropped tonight at 10:30 with all the details. So, all the same rules as normal. Everything else is the same. Gates at noon. Drivers meeting at 3. Track hot after drivers meeting. So daily driver, got to do the cruise at 1. And then we'll obviously on the Detroit Hood TV page, and I'll share all the information as well once Mike gets that done. And we'll get you updated on all that stuff later tonight. Well, he will later tonight, and I'll share accordingly. Okay, there you go. So table is on tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow to the table. 7:30, I believe, if I remember correctly, is when they go live. So tomorrow at 7:30, you can get all the information for the KD race. Or you can check out the podcast, OGR sponsors, on Fridays and get all the details over on E's and B's. So speaking of sponsors, shout out to Extreme Automatics, sponsor for Uncaged, and a sponsor for our November 2nd race. Lonnie's awesome. I started a conversation a couple weeks ago about this small tire class and kind of created a little bit of an uproar, but I think people maybe misunderstood what I was, what my intentions are. Let me be very clear. All of our big races like Uncaged, the rules will never change. Period. That is flat out. It's a backwards race, so it doesn't even really apply because the surface is the equalizer. And the people, the slower people in small tire have a fighting chance in that at that event. So Uncaged or down at Lassiter, they'll have the same rules, both backwards. Lassiter's is quite a bit slower than Uncaged, as a matter of fact. So really got a good chance down there at Let's Roll. I will tell you flat out, one of the guys that made one of the fastest passes there went 580 in small tire. So there's no reason to switch it up and slow the class down. Because the tube chassis car versus a non-tube chassis car versus a whatever, 580 is not that difficult. There is definitely a gap out there when you go to a faster front side track. Absolutely. But on these backwards events, it's not there. It's not there like that. And this small tire class I'm proposing, this is mostly going to be like a small fun event. It's not going to be something that's going to be like a $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 big, huge payout deal. You know, some of the guys were kind of getting bent out of shape about it. But for me, I originally, you know, romantically in my head was thinking back to the times when we started off and what small tire was back in like 2016, 17, 18, when we were doing events at Marion County and the kind of cars nationally, even at that point, what they were. And hell, most of them were, you know, stock frame cars with a roll cage and 650, 550s, 540s, maybe on a front side event. And there's a lot of people that are still there in that range. So I just thought I'd try to put together an event that will cater to those people and let them have some fun. Again, you know, I talk to everybody. I listen to what people have to say. I listen to the feedback, and I'm all about gangster, baddest mofo there is, this, that, and the other. But and somebody who has that argument isn't wrong. I mean, we do want to see who the baddest mofo is. We want to see who the fastest mofo is, without a doubt. However, there's also a large group of people who are saying we can't keep up with all those guys. And we're tired of going and being first round ducks all the time. And so if occasionally there's an event for and here's what's happening. It's already happening. You know, you have tracks who intentionally are scheduling, you have tracks that are intentionally scheduling events the same weekend as big events because they know that the big events are going to draw all the big hitters, and they can scrape together a small event of 6, 8, 10, 12 cars in the small tire class. And for whatever reason, they think that that's a worthwhile event. I still don't get that idea either. With no incentive or anything, you know, we'll put a little bit of incentive behind it, but not a whole lot. No, unfortunately, did I not delete that? Unfortunately, no. That that is all part of the Sloan debacle. And if I didn't delete that, I'm a jerk, and I apologize. I thought I did. I'm going to look that up right now. Yeah, I did delete it. So thankfully for that. But no, unfortunately, that was the Sloan track in Illinois. And when that got canceled, the mystery race got canceled. Which sucks because that was going to be a good one. I was partnered up with somebody on that one that was going to be pretty interesting. But this November 2nd race is I've almost got all the details lined out, and hopefully I have a couple final conversations with the track tonight or tomorrow, and that event can go live, and that will replace the mystery race now. Well, it replaces the July 20th Onondaga race as well, but this is kind of more along the lines of what that mystery race was going to be anyhow. But we'll just so we're going to slow it down. We're going to make it a little fun. It's going to be a cheap class. I did listen to some of the feedback. So there were some things like getting rid of, initially I still kind of am, but I understand the argument. I was against parallel 4 links in the beginning. I still kind of am, but several people make good, intelligent conversation, or I had some good, intelligent counterpoints in the conversation about why they should be allowed. But probably the main reason that I'm going to allow them in this class, the small tire class, is there's a lot of hard tire guys and gals. Sorry, Erica. There's a lot of hard tire vehicles out there that have parallel 4 links now. And there's a lot of garage built, which is what this class is going to be based around, is more garage built cars that don't have a ton of factory support. Guys and gals who are learning to tune on their own, and they've built the majority of the stuff on their own. They don't have shop support or manufacturer support. And they're just scrimping and scraping by. And just give them a chance to just have some fun and go some rounds. I'm not trying to change the whole no prep small tire world. I'm not advocating that everything has to be slow. I'm not going to have this class at Uncaged next year or any other big race. If this goes off decently in November, maybe we'll do a couple a year, and mostly just for fun, like low stress, low bullshit, low stakes, just like the good old days. Show up, have fun, race, have a good time, try and bring some community back to it, and just get back to some good, wholesome fun. Like I said, maybe it's in parts the economy, or it's because it's an election year or whatever, but majority of people seem to be extra grumpy. And let's just try to find a way I'm just trying to find a way to help circumvent that and bring some community back to racing. What's up, T-Bone? How you doing? Shit, aren't we all, brother? Aren't we all? Yep, just like that. Just keep it simple and have fun. And, it's racing. It's competition. I'm not delusional by any stretch of the imagination that competition doesn't also create tension in situations and whatnot. I'm not unrealistic or delusional in any way, shape, or form. I just see that there is a need. And like I said before, you could live in whatever world you want to. In the world that I live in, God didn't put this idea in my head and make everything align so quickly and rapidly to support it if it wasn't meant to happen. In my world, in my belief system, it's just that simple. I had the idea, and stuff got screwed up with the Onondaga race, and that was frustrating. And then I got approached by another track, and then I told them about this idea, and they were like, "Yeah, sounds great. Let's do it." It was really that simple. And I made the post to get some feedback, and a lot of you responded positively to it. So, who am I going to listen to? The naysayers or God? In my world, it's that simple. Whether, like I said, whatever your belief system is, I respect that. That's how it works in my head and in my world. So we'll have some fun with it, man. Hopefully I'll get everything posted up tomorrow. It will slow the class down, no double frame rail cars. kind of loosely based on next 275 rules as far as chassis stuff goes. You know, we're gonna take some of the money out of it by making it no billet blocks, heads, or intakes. All body panels put on, you know, look like cars. And then we'll do the payout, you know, like I did for Uncaged. We'll do 70% to the winner plus sponsor money, 20% of the buy-in money to second place, and 5% each to the semifinal losers. So we'll pay back 4 people. That way everybody, you know, more people have a chance at getting a few bucks and help them pay for their day of racing. And just make it more about the community and fun. And I don't know, you know, there is no easy fix to any of this. There is nothing that's ever going to be 100% fair for everybody. Period. That's reality. I get it. But like I said, I have made some concessions. I have changed some things, and I listened to all of you. You know, like I said, I was against the parallel 4-link, but I'm going to allow it because, you know, specifically Jason and Brad at 10 Soldiers and a few other people had some really good responses as to why it should happen. And, you know, Nick Taylor, these guys say they're selling a ton of those kits to guys who are building the cars in their garage. So how can I discount what manufacturers are saying? You know, so we're going to allow it. I know that was a hang up for a lot of people. But like I said, mostly just based around having fun. So don't get your panties in a wad about it. Just take the proper mindset and approach to it, that we're not trying to revolutionize racing. We're not trying to make it go backwards. We're not trying to slow the whole thing down, because I still love the gangsterest, fastest, everything, you know. I love seeing NMR cars go and freaking kick ass at races, without a doubt. And the Firebird and, you know, the other heavy hitters that are consistently out there winning as well. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that that's where my passion in racing lies, is watching the fastest of the fast battle it out. But also, we can all agree that if it's a 6-second pass or a 450 pass, we all love to see close races. And so regardless, competition will be close. I still think this will be a fairly fast class. I don't think it's going to be the slowest. I don't think, you know, I don't think it's going to be as slow as everybody thinks. I think there's a lot of fast cars that still fit these rules too. But, you know, at the end of the day, I just want to, you can't please everybody, but I just ask everybody to take an open mindset to it. I know some of you are chomping at the bit, like I'm trying to force people to build a new car or do major revamps or whatever. This race is not worth any of that. It's not. It's going to be one of those races where payout is maybe $2,000, $3,000 tops. You know what I mean? And then it's getting chopped up 4 ways. So, you know, we just a little for fun race built around, again, the majority of racers who are guys wrenching at home that don't have a lot of shop support or factory support or higher budget builds. Stick shift, hard tire classes will all be the same. I'm trying to work on a fair daily driver class. That one's hard. That's probably the hardest class to come up with, is something that's somewhat reasonable to a high performance car that a person would really be driving every day. You know, and of course, just like anything else, there's a million loopholes. And obviously, I hate rules, so I don't want to make, a ton of them. That might be a wee bit of a stretch, brother. But I did like seeing that thing drive down the road the other day. Let's see. Well, I think that what is happening is what always happens in racing. Small tire, no prep has proven itself to be a profitable enterprise. So manufacturers see that if they support it, people are going to be more likely to buy their parts to race. Tracks, which good for tracks, because we need all the tracks to be around and we need all the tracks to make profit to do that. But tracks are starting to make a profit on these events, which, a lot of tracks, really, these events haven't been very profitable up until like the last, probably since like 21, 22. A lot of these events really haven't been good investments for tracks to do. They're kind of just been doing them and hanging out, giving back to the community kind of thing, and they break even or make a tiny bit of profit. So, good for tracks now that they've weathered that storm over, the last 8-10 years. And now they're starting to get a return on their investment. And that's good, because some of these tracks like Milan making huge improvements. US 60 got new owners, and they came in with money, and they've made huge improvements. They've pretty much redone that entire track. But that's an out-of-pocket investment they've made of millions of dollars. I'm sure. I don't know specifically, but just, I'm just guessing. But, so they need to have successful, profitable events so they can recoup that money. So it's a tough one, because we need the money in the sport for sure to keep the sport alive. But I don't think the sport will support a race that has like a super big badass small tire class and a slower small tire class. You know what I mean? I think for now, until the sport grows a little more, maybe a few smaller events a year, just to keep people excited. I get it. You still want to go to these bigger events. You still want to participate in these events, and say you were there, but at the same time, it stinks to show up to all these bigger events all the time as a guy who doesn't make past first round. So I'm just saying, put together an event every once in a while where some guys like that can make it past first round, because they're racing more equally matched vehicles. Let me catch up on some of these. Yeah, we'll be instant green for sure. I don't like Pro Tree stuff or any of that other crap. And neither do racers. No prep racers don't like Pro Tree or any of that other stuff. They like instant green, and that's what we'll be. I have not yet, but that will be tomorrow. But it is at a big national track that doesn't typically do stuff like this. And so none of you will have any data. Normally they only do prepped events, and that'll be the other good thing about it is between now and then, there won't be any no prep stuff, and there will be no opportunities for anybody to go down and get any data. We're going to scrape the track. We're going to scrape the first like 120 feet, and then it just won't be prepped any other, blown off or whatever. But otherwise, it won't be prepped. I like to leave the back side a little bit sticky because I want cars unloading and having trouble going fast. But yeah, so nobody can have any data, and it's going to be a lot more fair. At least this time. After that, people will have data and get it done. Yeah, it's a really tricky one to be fair, and there's so many loopholes and whatnot to look out for. So, and I'm not a big rule guy, despite what this small tire class is. I'm not a big rule guy. I don't like a lot of rules. So I'll have that. I've got a couple of people whose opinions I value giving me feedback on that one as well to try and make it as fair as possible. We're working on it. It will be in Ohio. No, Let's Roll is in Alabama, Lassiter. It's pretty close. I've been more. I haven't really been updating, but I have been working on it a little bit here and a little bit there. I did just change things up, and I'm doing a rear mount radiator now. So I'm getting all that stuff together, and that's a pretty big project at this stage. When it was stripped down and the bare chassis was one thing, but now that it's almost complete, not that's the end of the world. Just take a little more time, a little more redoing some stuff. Possibly. No Prep Wars is a different deal, and they got quite a bit of money behind them, where they can incentivize a big enough crowd. You know what I mean? Little old Ohio grudge racing, and most of the people like us that promote these races, even though they end up being big races, they're just not big enough yet where you could draw a good enough crowd in both classes. But listen, if there's any corporations out there or manufacturers that want to get behind us, and I'm 100% full disclosure on where your sponsor dollars go. I have zero problem showing you receipts or justifying where your money went. There won't be, I know there's been several issues this year with people connected to events, but there's guaranteed no problem here. I have zero problem being 100% accountable to your company for the dollars that you invest in us. If you request that you want to see where your money went and how it was allocated, I have zero problem proving it and justifying it to you. So send me some money, because, well, I need butlers to help manage all this stuff, for one. So I need lots of corporate sponsorship, but I'll send you butler receipts. You know what I'm saying? Nah, just kidding. Yep, it is. But you got to make it more fun for the community, and you got to get the community involved, and that's what I'm trying to do with this new race. Like I said, get back to more community-based events and not ego-driven or money-driven, profit-driven events. Again, track's got to make profit. There's absolutely no doubt. An event's got to make money. The workers all need paid. The electricity needs paid. The mortgage payment on the track needs paid, etc., and so forth. At the end of the day, it is a business. Don't be unclear about that. Bills still have to be paid. Payroll still has to be paid, etc. But we've always been about having fun, not doing big cash grabs or any of that crap. I don't know. I mean, I like money as much as the next guy or gal, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't motivate me anymore. It complicates stuff. So I'd just rather focus on doing stuff that's fun and having fun. One bag of ice, sir, for I'll get your receipt. That'll be one bag of ice for the coolers for all the drinks and stuff we're going to provide in our vendor booth for all our supporting partners that we have this year. Dan, how you doing, buddy? KD, how's it going? Yeah, well, we go to Lassiter Mountain Dragway, so we have a race there spring and fall. We'll be back there October 5th, and it hasn't caught on yet, but it will catch on. Mark my words, that Lassiter Mountain is like a backwards version of War in the Woods. The atmosphere is very close to War in the Woods, and the track conditions going backwards aren't a whole lot better. There aren't some of the big whoop-de-whoops at the end that Brown County has, but yeah, it's like I said, fastest pass was a 580 going backwards, so that tells you what the surface is like. It's not fast. Well, I think all race car owners hate money. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I hadn't talked to you for a while, man. How's recovery going? You doing good? Kids be Power Wheels at 4:30. No, sir. I'll be at Milan this weekend. I'm flagging the Milan race. Unfortunately, otherwise I would be there. I don't miss the happy and limpy stuff down there. What's up, brother? How you doing? I got to, I forgot to follow up with you, but I'm gonna send you this revised list. Cody is one of the people I reached out to about this race for rule sets. I think I got locked in, man. I got to send it to you and just get your feedback real quick. How was your vacation, dear? And we got I'll probably see you Sunday, by the way, and we ain't going to no damn B-dubs. I'll just tell you that right now. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that always the truth? It's going to be a great time, man. It always is. It always is. I'm sad that they're overlapped. Well, that's good. And you're feeling better? That's good. Yeah, I saw the pictures and the video of it, man. Sick. We're going to have some fun, man. I just want to get back to having some fun with it. I like the competition. I like the high stakes and all that jazz, but I'm just a dumb hillbilly from Ohio. So sometimes the overly complex and overly elaborate stuff is just a bit over my head. And I'd just rather simplify some stuff and have some fun. And like I said, hey, watching 2 450-second cars be a fender race, I get just as excited watching 2 650 cars at a fender race. Everybody just likes good, tight racing. And so I think that we got something here for sure. Dustin, how you doing? Oh God. If he didn't deserve it, I'd take up for his ass. Yeah, all media, make sure, and the same thing for Uncaged. Which you didn't send me a flyer yet, buddy. Send me a flyer so I can get Uncaged updated. But yeah, same thing for Uncaged during drivers meeting. The kids will be racing while the track's empty. So all the media people go get some good pics and videos of those kids so they can shine too, man. They're the future of this sport, and we need to encourage and support them just as much as we do the racers, the adults, because we need them around to keep this thing alive forever, man. Times are changing and stuff's getting weird, and we need as many people behind the wheel of race cars to help keep the sport alive as we can possibly do our part to make sure that happens. That ain't no cheaper. I had an RC car once, a nitro RC car. This is the worst investment I ever made. Every time I drove that thing, I wrecked it and it cost me $300. Those things are horrible, man. Yep, keep it simple. That's what we always do too. August 3rd, we'll start getting some updates on live about that as well. Going here soon. Just been, I say, I've been doing some other stuff, some community stuff, and it's been sucking up my time. And then, so I haven't been traveling much. And then we'll, last week I just had a bunch of bad luck at home. Yep, stick class. I know I wanted to do that. I came out a couple times and watched, and I just never got. I never went and bought cars and got going. I did get a car given to me, and I have, and I did acquire another car, but I just never went back. I don't know why, because that's cool too. The slot car stuff's amazing as well. There's not enough time, not enough hours in the day. So anyhow, man, listen, we're going to have a great time this weekend at Milan. Free entry for small tire. If you're going to KD, you're guaranteed you're going to have a good time there as well. Unfortunately, I'm flagging at Milan, so that's where I'll be Saturday. Also in Central Ohio, it's the weekend of Good Guys Hot Rod Show. So Friday, I'll be wandering around that, checking out all the hot rods and having some fun there. Yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend for racing in Central Ohio, or a good weekend for hot rods in Central Ohio. If you're not going to a racetrack, Good Guys Show's the biggest show in North America for hot rods, and they have some of the most amazing cars that show up here. $1 million hot rod builds will be at the Ohio State Fairgrounds. You will see some truly amazing stuff this weekend if you go there. KD is going to be an amazing race Friday and Saturday this weekend. So go down there. They always do a great job. And of course, just the atmosphere and that big ass hill is always high tension and lots of no prep drama as far as the race action, not people, or I shouldn't say drama, but suspenseful race action. That's a better description, because it's already a sketchy surface, and then you got that hill to overcome. And hopefully you don't, overshoot up at the top at the sharp left. Make sure you make that bad boy. So it's always a nail biter there. And for our No Prep Felons family, they had a tragedy They lost a family member last week. So I know they planned on going to KD, but I don't know if that's still a go or not. But either way, make sure that you guys all keep them in your prayers and thoughts as they go through this difficult time. Bob's wife, Kelly, lost her sister to an automobile accident. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers, please. I'm sure the spooled media will be live, and family matters depending. I know Bob and Kelly planned on being down there too. And always support the ones who support you and the ones who support the industry with integrity and honesty. Stop getting behind these slick talking charlatans. When these people start showing you who they are, believe them. Stop falling for their bullshit stories where they get the sympathy from you and, oh, I'm sorry, I ripped off the community. Forgive me. I mean, cool. I forgive you, but I ain't forgetting. And stop supporting these people, man. It's obvious. It's real obvious. And I don't even need to say who. You know what I mean? So stop falling for these slick talking shysters and support the real ones, the ones that are giving back, the ones that are doing this stuff with honesty and integrity and transparency, and who care more about the community than they do themselves. Yeah, it's a bad deal all the way around. Great people, great family, and just sucks. Unfortunate part of life that we all had to deal with. Just sucks when it's a tragedy like that. So yeah, again, everybody just keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and send them some love their way. So anyhow, I think that's about it. I think we've covered a lot, and while we were on here, I got the green light, just the final green light from the track on everything. So tomorrow, after I get home from the gym tomorrow evening, I'll post up everything for the November 2nd race. I think you guys are going to be it's someplace we've never hosted a race before, but it's an amazing track, and I think this will be a good thing for the community, and we're going to have a great time. So everybody have a great week. I'm always available. If you got any questions or concerns, or if you're having a shitty day, just hit me up. I may not be able to get back to you immediately, but I always respond as quick as I can. Got day jobs, so I can't be on my phone there outside of breaks. But and when I'm in the gym, I don't pay attention to the phone, but I will get back to you with whatever your questions, concerns, comments are. Or like I said, if you're struggling and you just need somebody to vent to, I'm not that smart, but I can at least listen. So I'll see you guys. Have a great week. Still, that kitten girl is a hellion. She is the absolute biggest hell. She's bigger hellion than Waffles was. I still haven't figured out. Her personality hasn't come through enough for me to name her yet, which I feel bad. But God, she's so cute. You guys will love her to death, though. She is full tilt, all gas, no brakes, and she will. I mean, this cat will literally be a hellion for hours and hours and hours. I don't know where she gets the energy from, but I like to shake some out of her sometimes. Oh, she's as rowdy as they get, but she's so lovey too. It's I don't know. I'm a person the cat or the animal has to tell me what their name is. You know what I mean? And she just has she got a lot going on. She got a lot going on. I don't know. Chicken is still my favorite, so I can have chicken and waffles. But she is something else. Love you too, brother. And yes, sir. You know, we talk all the time, and I'll tell you, my man Eddie has got a good ear and a good heart, and I absolutely trust him with anything that you know I need to talk about in my moments that I have. So, you know, I know for what I said earlier, he's there for you guys too, if you need. What's up, buddy? Friggin' didn't get to talk much. You guys were busy, but you'll be KD, and Mike said he's taking the Camaro down to race. Is that still the plan? The stripper glitter guys will be there. Speaking of which, I'll have stripper glitter at. I'm not going to set the tent up. I don't have anybody to work the booth, and honestly, typically, I might sell a handful of T-shirts anymore up there. So I'm not even dragging all that stuff up there this time. But I will have stripper glitter. I'll just put it over in Mike's booth for him to sell for us. If you guys need prep. You know I love you guys, brother. So yeah, she's a hellion. maybe by Saturday I'll be able to tell you what her name is. But anyhow, everybody have a great week. Thanks for hanging out with me, and wherever you're going, travel there safe, race safe. Well, you know, racing ain't safe, right? But you know what I mean. Be safe. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Do no extra dumb shit. And pack your stuff up and take it home safe too. I love all of you guys, and I appreciate all of you. And have a great week. And I'll talk to you soon.